Hey guys, we're here today with my 2014 Porsche Cayenne. Today I wanted to walk you guys around it and give you guys a quick overview of the modifications that I have done to give it this light Baja build. So starting off, you guys can see that it is standing up on its tippy toes, and that is due to the Eurowise 2-inch lift. This lift kit brings up the ground clearance to around 10 inches before the tires. Installing the lift kit myself with the help of my fiance's dad was not an easy feat. All the videos of this installation on YouTube make it seem like you're gonna pop the strut out and pop it right back in, but it took us multiple weekends to finish. Could be a skill issue, but if you are going to do this yourself, I recommend definitely a second set of hands, multiple jack stands, and patience. It's gonna take some elbow grease. The next modification to this vehicle that I've done obviously are these all-terrain tires. So these are 275 55 R20s, and they're on the Porsche Spyder RS wheels that are factory optional. I didn't go with your aftermarket Rhino wheels or any beadlocks just because I don't plan on doing any sort of rock crawling or crazy dunes where I'm going to be airing down pretty significantly to risk debeating. What I do here in Georgia, we have gravel trails, pretty easy trails that don't require me to air down in order to go through them. The next pretty obvious modification that is on this vehicle is the tool roof rack that I have up top. There's no drilling required, they just clamp on to the top. They did increase wind noise very slightly, and that's really only noticeable at highway speeds. Once you turn the music up, you can't really notice it at all. Another mod that I did, which technically isn't really a mod, it's really purely cosmetic, is that all of the black surrounding the doors was originally chrome, and I just thought it kind of dated the vehicle a little bit, and I blacked it out with some Plastidip. To each their own. Personally, I enjoy it looking black rather than the super shiny chrome. I did the same thing to the Porsche logo in the back. It's just Plastidip, so if I ever wanted to return it to OEM, I can just peel it off. The next modification I want to go over is down here in the back. As you can see, there is no suitcase underneath. The factory muffler is massive. Hangs down actually about 2 inches lower than where you see the exhaust pipes are hanging right now. So not only by removing that suitcase did I increase my departure angle and ground clearance, but I also gained some burbles and a more aggressive exhaust tone. So essentially just a muffler delete in the back. And now the sound of the vehicle sort of fits more of what it is, less of the mall crawler and something a little bit more performance oriented. Moving on to the front, we have these little LED yellow ditch lights that I've installed. They're just mounted to the hood here, and they're wired through to the firewall, and I have the switch up underneath the center console. And the next modification are these yellow fog lights. They I just wanted them to match the ditch lights I have up top, so give it sort of that rally off-road vibe, rather than your standard, you know, just clears that you'd have to fit. I'll go in and turn the lights on just so that you guys can see what they look like. So there's the switch location, and I'll even crank. That's what the lights look like. These ditch lights do a really great job of lighting up the sides of the roads if I'm driving on really dim, dark country roads or out in the trails at night. They do a great job of lighting up the sides so you can see where you are on the road and on the trail, and especially in the country if there's, you know, any deer hiding out on the side of the road. To make these tires fit, as you see, you do have to trim some of the fenders in the front. In the rears you don't have to trim any, but in the front you do have to trim some of it right there. So your fender does kind of, there is a little bit of a gap here, but it is sealed right here, so that there's no intrusion of water, you know, over here, and any rust that may happen. But aside from that, those are all of the modifications I've done to this vehicle. It is a very light build, all to make this sort of a fun, rally-inspired Baja, higher speed, low traction off-roader, and it does everything that I want it to as a daily and as a mountain getaway vehicle. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much. See you guys in the next one.